130 isn't just a number, it's a mindset. One that's carried me through my biggest wins and my toughest fights. I grew up in Westfield, Massachusetts, and sports were always part of my life. Hockey, baseball, soccer, skiing. I had some success. I was on a hockey travel team and a Little League All-Star, but none of that really defined me. That changed when I found wrestling. Or maybe it found me. Freshman year was a bust because an injury cut my season short. Sophomore year was better. I made varsity at the 140-pound weight class, placed fourth in the Western Mass Championships, and qualified for states. But I wanted more. I'll never forget sitting in the stands during the Western Mass Finals, watching my teammate, Kevin Slowick, have his hand raised as a two-time Western Mass champion. I turned to my mom and said, "That's going to be me next year." She had her doubts, but I meant it. The next 12 months, I was all in. Summer workouts, wrestling camp, early lifts, measured meals, daily sacrifices. I dropped to the 130-pound class and pushed harder than I ever thought was possible. And when tournament season came around, I kept my word. I won the Western Mass Championship and went beyond what anyone expected when I took third at both the Division I state tournament and the All-State tournament. Plus, I ended up medaling at the New England Championships. So 130 pounds wasn't just a weight class. It became a mindset, discipline, humility, and follow-through. Then came my senior year, where I moved up to 135 pounds, and I coasted. I believed my own hype. I nursed little injuries instead of working through them. I skipped workouts, slept in. My dad, never one to beat around the bush, summed it up in one brutal line: "You're a lot of flash, no bang." And he was right. I did make it to the state finals undefeated, but deep down, I knew I wasn't prepared. I lost. Not only that, I didn't even qualify for the New Englands. So on paper, it looked like a good season, but I knew better. Those two seasons lived side by side in my memory. One fueled by grit and humility, the other by ego and wasted potential. That contrast stuck with me, and still does. Fast forward 28 years, and I'm sitting in a doctor's office with my wife being told that I have a rare, aggressive form of cancer, and there's no guarantee I'll be alive in a year. It took me a couple days to process that. And then the 130-pound version of me came back. The guy who trains when others sleep, who pushes through pain, who refuses to accept maybe. That mindset has carried me through one of the hardest fights of my life, and still drives me today, more than 2.5 years later. That's what 130 coaching is built on. Not hype, not shortcuts, just the mindset that carried me through wrestling and now through cancer, and helps my clients build real momentum in their lives. 130 isn't just a number. It's the version of me that shows up, that puts in the work, that doesn't stop when it gets hard. And that's why I chose to call this coaching business 130 Coaching, because that's what I help my clients find. Their 130, the mindset that changes everything. This is 130 Coaching, where excuses end and real momentum begins.